Aloha, Rich Halverson here, and I'm continuing with projects in Chapter 9. So let me share my screen here. And Chapter 9, let's see, I think I'm going to do, I did this one I think I'll try this project number 3 here. Let's see what it is. All right. So the point class, design a class named point to represent a point in the XY coordinates. The class contains two private data fields, X and Y, a constructor that constructs a point, default X equals 0, Y equals 0, a method named distance, a method named isNearby, that returns true if the point, okay, so it's supposed to figure out the distance. And then after that, it uses distance. And if distance is less than 5, then it is nearby, and nearby returns true. If distance is 5 or greater, nearby is returned false. And then also implement override the string method to return the string to return a string in the form, so we can see what X and Y is. Although we don't use that in this sample run. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to pull up the last program I did, which was weather forecast. I think this was one of the quiz questions, but anyway, so let me just use that. All right, so it's called point. And we've got an init. Am I returning? I guess I'm going to return object. And construct a point object. So we're going to have an init here of x equals 0 and y equals 0. And so self x is, all right, I got a phone call there. So xy, this is x, y, y. So that's the constructor. Default at 0 at a thing called distance. What else do I need here? Distance, let's see, distance is going to be, let's see, so distance is, it's going to be distance from a point. So it's going to be, so this is going to be an actual point object coming in here. I need to put some other stuff in here. I need to put a get and a set, because I need to be able to get these values out. So let me put that in here. Let me def get x, and that is going to be just return self x, and def get y self, and that's going to return self y. And so now I should be able to, all right, so distance, all right. Distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points. This one looks good. All right, x, okay, so I'm going to take this p. Okay, so first thing I got to do is I got to get p of x Okay, so there's the x and y from this thing. This is pointed in. This comes, it's, you know what I'm going to, okay, yeah, all right. There's this x and y, and the way this works, let me I'm going to get rid of all this here, and I'm going to start the actual, we need a variable x. Okay, so I'm going to do these here. Okay, so it's going to be x is equal to input, quote, quote, it's a string. I want an integer, right? Integer. No, float. Floating point number. That's x. Y is going to be, let's see if I can do this fancy. Y equals that. And that's for the first one. I need a second one. Oh, this is going to be, okay, so I get that in there. And then I'm going to do this constructor thing. P1 is equal to point of x and y. See, so I'm using this constructor here to create a point, create an object of class point. And so it contains x and a y. And so I've read in the x and read in the y, and this constructs that point object. And I got to do the same thing again for point number 2. So let me just do this. This is 2, and I'm going to copy this out of here and put this here, put this here. Okay, so x coordinate at 1, 5, 2 point. Okay, great. And then I'm going to do print something like this. Print the distance between 2 points is quote comma, and I'm gonna round to 2 decimal points. So I'll do that later. P1 dot distance parentheses P2. Okay. So that's how distance works. Distance is a method that is provided with an object of type point, an object created from this class. There is a distance method that comes right along with it, and you pass in another point, and it's going to return the distance between what is passed in. I'll make this P1 just to make it. I'll call it P in. P in. All right, and I'm going to use this formula. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to need to, let me get rid of this. I'm going to need I'm going to say P of x equals P in get value, get x. Okay, so I'm using this now. I'm using this method to get out the value of x, and I'm going to save that in px. And I got to get out the value of y, so I'm going to call it py equals p in dot get y. And then, so I've got this x here, and I've got this x, and I've got this y, and I've got this y, and I'm going to compute this formula right here. Well, let's see if I can do that. I'm going to say d d for distance, that's this thing. D is equal to, let's see, x2, let's make x2 this one. P underscore x2 minus self x. Okay, that's going to be, that's this thing right here, squared, that's squared, plus py minus self y squared, and the whole thing square rooted, so I got to put a parentheses around this whole thing. Oops. Put a parentheses around this whole thing and make that it 0.5. It's to the half power. That's square root. Square root is to the half power. Squared is like that. And then this is to the half power. That's the square root. So that computes distance. And then I think I just got to return that. Return that value. Return D. Okay, so that's distance. Let's see if that works. Okay, let's see if this works. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to call it, save it as point.py. And then I'm going to try to run it. Where's my command prompt? CMD. Here we go, right here. And I can go CD desktop. And here is my point I just created. So I can go Python python point.py, and it asks me the x coordinate of 0.1. Let me go back to here. X coordinate of 0.1 is 2.1. 2.1. The y is 2.3, and then 19.1 and 19.2. And it says the distance between the 2 points is 23.97. That's what that is. And we round only to 2 digits. Let's just fix that right now. And I'm going to go round that, comma 2. Comma 2, I guess. Rounding this whole thing. Oh no, I guess I gotta. I guess it's like this. I'm rounding this. That's the round. Okay. All right, that looks better. Let's just make sure that that's what it is. Let's go back to here and go 2.1, 2.3, 19.1, 19.2, at 23.97. All right, that's great. Okay, now I just need to add this is nearby. And I can just do def is nearby P1, self P1, whatever, Pn, whatever, P. If distance of P, no, I know, self, I'm doing it with respect to self distance P is less than 5, then return true. Otherwise, return false. Okay, so that should work, this is nearby thing. And so I can go if P1 is nearby P2, then print the 2 points are near, otherwise print they're not near. And they're near is this. The 2 points are not near is this, excuse me. And the 2 points are near is this. Copy, paste. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to just, this is a project, so I can run this. I'm going to see what this does. I'm going to see if this works. Because you notice I've not implemented this string overriding here. Let me just paste this in here. Oops, not that. This. Copy. I'm going to see if this works. No. Invalid syntax. Comma P. Comma P. Let's see. Comma P. Yeah, look at that. You don't even need to include this in there. That's pretty bad. All right, let's see. So that is project 9.3, the point. And so hope that helps. Thanks for watching.